Second.
Jason? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? A motion and a second is needed to approve the employment of Dustin Meinert, custodian, Blue Ridge Intermediate and Junior High School, and Crystal Richardson, the custodian for Schneider Elementary. I so moved. And need a second. Carlos? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? I need a motion and a second to approve the employment of Melissa Ward, Tracy Parson, Emma McKeon, Emily Wheeler, Melissa Schwarzlos, Kyle Puckett, Amanda Moore, April Griffin, and Alex Chapman, summer school teachers, Schneider Elementary and Blue Ridge Intermediate and Junior High School. Rhonda Brandt, Dewana Patrick, and Sarah Slaughter, summer school paraprofessionals, Schneider Elementary and Blue Ridge Intermediate Junior High School. Melissa Ward, Tracy Parson, and Lindsay Wilkinson, kindergarten jumpstart teacher, Schneider Elementary. Rhonda Brandt and Chris Wells, kindergarten jumpstart paraprofessionals, Schneider Elementary. Leslie Hieronymus, Lauren Lacey, Marcus Mentor, Carissa Small, Cheyenne Clayton, bridge program teacher, Blue Ridge High School. For the Blue Ridge School District 18 for the summer 2021-22 school year as presented. Carlos?
Second.
Jason? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Need a motion and a second to approve employment of Carissa Small, biology teacher, Blue Ridge High School, Elizabeth Resner, Spanish teacher, Blue Ridge High School, Emma McKeon, elementary teacher, Snyder Elementary School, and Charity Nadronsi, elementary teacher, Schneider Elementary, for Blue Ridge School District 18 for 2022-23 school year as presented. Carlos, second. Any ladies? Anybody? Chelsea. Thank you. To approve the employment. Okay, we've got that, right? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Sorry, lost track there. Motion and a second to approve the superintendent to hire for open positions prior to the May Board of Education meeting. Carlos? I second it. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Got one more page. Motion, a second, to open the executive session minutes from the last 6 minutes, last 6 months of the Blue Ridge Board of Education, because the board finds a need for confidentiality does not exist. Carlos? Second? Chelsea. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Need a motion and a second to close the executive, scrape that. So now we're to good the cause. We have FFA State Convention. The FFA banquet is this Sunday. Is it this Sunday?
Sunday, yes.
Okay.
6 p.m.
It may be too late for you to reserve a place for that, but you can always contact.
Christy, and she'll let you know.
What's that?
You can contact Christy if you want
Okay.
to go to the FFA banquet, and she can ask Jacqueline if it's still
All right.
in time.
And the Employment Assistance Program, did you want to say something about that?
Yeah, I just wanted, this is something that's been offered through another school district, a bunch of school districts coming together. It would offer services for social, emotional, mental health concerns, even financial counseling for employees. If we want to be a part of this, we can jump in, but we have to jump in as an entire district, so about 120 employees. It costs $2 per employee per month. I did put a survey out there. I didn't get many responses of people that thought they would use it, but one of the counselors told me that probably the people that would use it might not even respond to the survey to say that they needed that. So if you're okay with it, what I might do is explore hopping into this in June, maybe doing it to the end of October. It would cost, like we said, $2 per employee per month, and we could see if it was being used, and then make a decision to revisit maybe later in the fall to see if it's still necessary. But with all the impact from COVID, it might be nice for people to have an anonymous way to get some extra help.
Yeah.
And then Brian had a quick question about dress code.
We've had a lot of discussion in the building this year about different dress code things. One of the things that come up recently is about hats. Came up because some kids, well, I noticed that we had male students who wear hats in the building from time to time. Some teachers allow it, some teachers don't. Was what I noticed throughout the majority of the first semester. And then I had several students ask me, why do we have a rule in the dress code that says we can't wear hats? And I said, I don't know. We'd like to discuss that further. Let's, go about it. We had a dress code committee meeting. I invited a couple students to come speak to that. Then the staff that was at that recommended I do a survey and get everybody's input. I asked a bunch of questions of the staff. Basically, we're split. We have like a third of the staff really doesn't care. A third of the staff is really offended by people wearing hats, and we have a third in the middle that are just kind of whatever. I asked a bunch of surrounding schools. A lot of schools say no, we don't allow hats. We enforce it. Every teacher enforces it. And then I have several schools that say, well, we have the rule, but we don't do a very good job enforcing it, and it's not valid. We're fighting. So the questions come up. Yeah. What are your guys' feelings about if students are wearing hats in the building? Is that something that you have strong opinions about?
I'm curious what the thoughts of those who were opposed to it, what was their reasoning?
Like why do you think kids should not wear hats?
Correct.
Okay, the reasons I've gotten are, it's in the rule book, so they shouldn't wear hats. It's disrespectful. Let's see, they can't wear a hat on the job, so they shouldn't wear them at school, and we can't recognize students when they're wearing hats. Those are like the main reasons. I said from the get-go, because they also said that they'll pull them down to their eyes and you can't see their eyes, and I said, well, I believe that eyes and ears should always be visible, regardless of what they're wearing. So talk about stocking caps. Probably shouldn't wear stocking caps because you can have earbuds in and then you're not paying attention. I keep asking, how does a kid wearing a hat impact education? How does it make it so they can't learn? How does it make it so the kid next to them can't learn? And they may go back to, well, it's in the rule book, we have to, it's a rule. And again, I've got some teachers that are very adamant about that, and I have some that are, yeah. And then I know sometimes if it's in the school book, dress code, and it says don't wear hats, then at the moment I think we just don't wear hats. And we know that we've had to update a dress code before. We've had that discussion years ago. And if that's the case, then we can do it. But I mean, I do know that there are certain ways that bills on the hats can be flared or worn a position that are derogatory statements, that you can wear it in the positions or that make you that you're a part of this group or that group. So I think a lot of that has come about, but I think at the moment, I personally think that if it's in the dress code not to wear a hat, then don't wear a hat. And
It's kind of like if my husband and I have a rule and only one of us enforces it some of the time, well, then the kids know who to take advantage of, and then what other problems is it going to lead to? It's one of those like tiny little nuisance behaviors that are small, but it can lead into bigger things. So that I would agree. If it's in the rule book, for now we will enforce it, and if we want to reevaluate if it should be in the rule book, then we can.
and that's kind of where we are. Because we're discussing, because, like you said, if some are enforcing it and some are not,
okay, this is the rule, then there is no policing it. It's take that hat off, you don't take the hat off, well, now you're in trouble. Like, you just, this is an issue where it is black and white, okay? The rule book says no. I might disagree with it, but my job is, as the authority figure, is to enforce the rule book, so it's off.
Right.
And if they can just, and they don't even have to explain their personal, they don't even have to explain themselves. They're the authority figure. The rule book says it's off, it's off.
To me, I think what I thought Brian was going to ask tonight was
About spaghetti
a year
strap.
from now. So
Okay.
he went and approached and found a mixed bag, and so it's tabled for right now. And what he decides to do with it, whether we're going to crack down in late April or we're going to decide, we'll start August that way, is his decision. But I think the question was, a year from now, if he wanted to address that question again, would the board even entertain the thought of having that dress code discussion about hats? Or are you absolutely, no, there's no hats here, and then he knows not to go back and toy with it again in a year?
I think allowing hats will then create further issues. You're gonna have some kids who will wear them correctly, but then if you want it worn correctly, you're gonna have some kids who try to wear it backwards, you're gonna have some kids who try to put it, why even allow that possibility to create more tiny little headaches, tiny little battle tiffs in the classroom? Just, yeah, I wear hats all the time. I love hats, mostly because I don't like doing my hair, okay? But there's a place to wear a hat and there's a place not to wear a hat. In the classroom, when you're supposed to be learning and you're supposed to be attentive and you're supposed to be respectful, you don't wear a hat.
And that is, a lot of teachers have said that too, and then one of the things I thought about is when I went to college, I wore a hat, I think, to class almost every day, as did like 75% of the people in my classes. And I just thought, well, that's the next step, and for some of these kids, right? And so why is college different? Why would that be okay for them to do it there, but not okay in high school? And yeah, so it's just, at my previous school, we had no hats wasn't allowed forever and ever, and then several years ago, we finally got tired of the battles of kids wanting to wear hats, and the rifts that it was creating between students and teachers. We said, you know what, no more hats. And the teachers were like, oh, there's gonna be all these issues, we're gonna have to deal with this, we're gonna have to deal with that, we're gonna tell them that, and it didn't materialize there. And you're gonna that's a different place. But that's just why I didn't really think too much of it when some teachers were allowing it. I've seen this before, and so I just felt like it wasn't important to the building. And yeah, and I don't know what the right answer is.
No. Okay.
You're not gonna please everybody.
Well, I know that there's probably other dress codes that aren't really being followed as well, too. Yeah, so we could pick on this one. There's probably going to be something else sprouts up.
I'm just going to go back and answer the question that yes, I would entertain a discussion on it in the future.
Yeah,
Thanks, Kevin.
I think that's consensus. In the future. All right. You got anything else, Brian?
You know what, how about this? You guys can tell me I don't have to come next month.
I might be in favor of that.
Yeah. I need a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting at 9:29 p.m. Carlos? Jason, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Oh, so you just want us to blame?
Thank you. Oh, dear.
So anyways, you know that QG thing, that breakweight stuff I told you I'm doing? Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
To help me with my anxiety.
Yeah.
Well, we had not all of our kids, we had 3 girls tested just to see if there were any abnormalities in their wavelengths. And Saul showed it was funny because everything that he told me, I was like, I could have told you that. But now we're working on Saul's brain to lower his frequencies at this one spot because he was 3 standard deviations above, which meant he was like overly anxious, and
This is biofeedback?
it's brain feedback, so it's not like bio. It's you watch a screen, and when your wavelength goes to where we want it to go, it beeps to reward you.
Who's doing that?
It's a counselor in Gloria,
Oh, okay,
but it made me
okay.
think like,
Yeah, that's a specialty.
yeah, but I was like, oh, your daughter has anxiety.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
and has she gone through puberty yet?
she is.
Because they say that it's